Well, hello people. Welcome to the next Senpai. With the experience of creating 1 year on YouTube to present the best anime recommendations for anime lovers around the world, we will present a top 10 anime list with the Isekai and Fantasy genres that aired during the year 2023, which we based on the value of the good storylines and the overall animation presented in this offer to the audience with interesting ways. Keeping watching this video and stay awesome. Let's go! The underrated fantasy anime has a unique story and should have the potential to be a great anime in 2023. The main character, named Fate Graphite, is a poor boy with a job as gatekeeper in the castle. Everyone consistently bullies him due to some troubles with congenital abnormalities, such as cursed by gluttony skills. It makes him feel hungry and abused at every moment because of the skill that he has had since birth. One day, being responsible for his job desk, Fate kills a bandit who sneaks into the castle. The starvation mode was triggered, and Fate noticed his underestimated skill was activated. It is a mortal sin skill that eats the subject's soul with a powerful sentient sword called Greed, which can transform by adapting his situation into a 5-form weapon. He had a feeling of hunger that satisfied for the first time, and a ruthless killing instinct was born in his souls. Exceeding the concept of the levels, he became a terror with his strength, and then he managed to awaken the true potential of his gluttony skill to change his destiny. This anime is an adaptation of one of the famous original webtoon series. It also to make a refresher for manhwa lovers that airs in 2023, and also to warm up before solo leveling comes up in 2024. Following the story about the world is on the brink of destruction after a devastating 10-year war in the Shadow Labyrinth. Deshier Arman is among the few proficient magicians still alive, but even he cannot defeat the powerful enemy endangering humanity as a whole. He is sent back in time to his early years of learning magic at the esteemed Hebrian Academy, just as he is confident that the end is near. With this rare second opportunity, Desir is resolved to save not only himself in the future, but also the friends and colleagues he previously lost. After seeing his beloved pals again, he is ready to turn back time in order to preserve the planet, rewrite history, and assemble strong allies to preserve humanity, in order to prevent a repetition of the past. The dragon hunter named Ragna begins this anime story as a weak character and allows herself to be slaughtered by other people. He believes to be cursed, and all the bad things that happened to him is his own mistakes in the past. As a weak character, Ragna always hides behind the power of his partner, dragon hunter prodigy Leonica, the strongest dragon hunter in the Lease Kingdom. Everything bad that happens to him is his own fault, so he looks more like Leonica's caretaker than her battle partner. But one day, he dreamed about Leonica's death, inherited the failed blood ritual to be transformed into a superior dragon slayers that include with activated his body the properties of Silverine. Ragna combines the memories and powers of Ragna from the future, who has trained for 40 years to exceed the endurance of ordinary humans to defeat dragons with the touch of his hand. Preparing to manage to stop the future tragedy, Ragna decided to join the mysterious Crimson Group and secretly trained his talent by destroying the Age of Dragons forever. Dead Mount Deathplay is an intriguing reverse isekai with a nasty protagonist at first glance. As he is on the verge of death after a struggle with a hero, the corpse god uses a rebirth ritual to escape, waking up in modern Tokyo and taking control of the body of a recently killed human named Polka. Naturally, he immediately discovers his vessel's assassin, a girl working for an underground group. While by no means doing something evil, Polka does not hesitate to kill if he believes to get on the right track, and he is surrounded by allies who also have flexible morals. Reincarnated in a teenager's body has caused the corpse god to regress to some degree. The main character must deal with being severely nerfed due to the significant lack of mana in this world. However, his power still dominated this era as he identified the Emperor Killer from another world. At the same time, new people around him and try to navigate in the modern-day Japan with an unusual goal. At the very first moment, I underestimated the quality of the anime, which seemed like a mainstream action comedy anime with the role of the main character Helk as a hero, and wanted to join the Demon King's army. This story may become a common formula and a refresher of the betrayal concept. But after I followed until the end, the movement of this anime turned very emotional and had a touch of dark fantasy that was well conceptualized. Helk's desire to hold the title of Demon King and destroy humanity is doubted by Red Vermario, one of the 4 heavenly kings. She begins to find out more about Helk's original purpose and reveals the truth behind the smile and optimism he always exudes. There are also the irregularities behind the hero Helk's abilities, with a power level of 99, which even demons with eternal life find impossible to reach the strength to be equal with him. By risking to become the champion of the next demon lord, Helk would become a significant obstacle to the human king. He would never forgive bad people who harm his loved ones and those considered friends. It competes to be the strongest in the Magic Academy, but lack of magic abilities. The main character only manipulates magic with physical strength to maintain the magical integrity. That brief description of martial magic and muscles is enough to steal the audience's attention with the action comedy concept. It blends the One Punch Man anime series and Harry Potter-style magic adventure. Mash Burndead lives in the middle of the forest that far away from residential areas, with his adoptive father, who only learns self-control while effectively defending himself with the self-defense techniques of martial arts. Mash was born with no magical abilities and no markings on his face. When in the world, people are measured magic by the distinctive marks on their faces, so that's why the magic police easily identified the anomaly. Hold firm to their justice ideals, they will constantly hunt down Mash and his adoptive father to be executed as a threat and defamation in the magic society. On advice from the boss police officer Brad, who has seen Mash's potential with ridiculous power to protect his family, the main character makes a deal with a fake mark to enroll in the Easton Academy of Magic. The goal is to prove his existence and reach the highest top-ranked student, earning a title as a divine visionary so that he can live peacefully with his family again. This anime has the same dark concept as Berserk and Vinland Saga, with the main character experiencing multiple suffers and betrayals, making him come back stronger in readiness for revenge. It begins with a bloody scene and an apocalypse for the witches whose existence will be eliminated by humanity. They manage to develop technology without depending on magic again because of the scientific progress that reached its pinnacle. The tragic event could not be avoided by Chloe and one of the disciples of the greatest witch named Adonis. It seems their hidden mission has been entirely wasted. In a bad way, Adonis had to see the only person he loved die in front of his eyes, which was witnessed by Emperor Goethe and the enthusiastic citizens of the Redia Empire who were excited to see the incident. Adonis would use those 10 years in Mayhem prison, spending all the time envisioning the perfect slaughter with a simulation without end. Will commit to revenge on the empire that took everything away from him. One of the best virtual reality player online game anime, even conceptually and storytelling, is more attractive than the pioneer of the sword art online. The main character, named Rakuro Hizutome, is an enthusiastic trash game hunter where he has a unique taste by being interested in playing underrated trash games that are known to have complicated difficulty levels and have many bugging systems. One day, Rakuro's attention was drawn to a mainstream game called Shangri-La Frontier, which became a bestseller in every game store with 30 million registered players. He had felt underestimated in playing top games, but with this principle, there was no game that he couldn't finish. Rakuro, known by the popular nickname Sunraku, who was initially trying it out, said that surprisingly, this game is addicted to playing and far beyond his expectations. Shangri-La Frontier gave him a thrilling feeling he had never felt before. After battling and overwhelming one of the unique monsters named Likagon the Night Slayer, Sunraku vowed to become the strongest among the other players, and one day defeat his eternal rival with his own hands. This insane anime of the year has a mind-blowing concept of survival against sinister monsters set in a horrible island, having exciting action combined with dark fantasy. Hell Paradise has a deep storyline and a unique animation concept, so it is top-notch if you want to crave quality anti-mainstream anime to watch. It was the following story on the strongest ninja from Iwagakure clan, known as Gabimaru the Hollow. Due to his infamous reputation, he is a killing machine to be a cold-blooded murderer of society and possesses incredible superhuman durability. When Gabimaru repents to stop being a killer for the sake of his wife, his clan isn't satisfied with his decisions. It begins to betray Gabimaru to be sentenced to death by many forms of executions. Believing his love for his wife without realizing that keeping him alive and discovering Gabimaru's potential, the executioner from the Yamada clan, named Yamada Asaemon Sagiri, advised Gabimaru to enter a competition to compete for the elixir of life with the fearsome beasts hiding in the mysterious islands called Divine Paradise. Together with other criminals as 10 death row convicts, Gabimaru decides to accept the offer and survive the numerous supernatural dangers ahead, returned back alive, and got the immortality potion from the shogun in exchange for a pardon for all their mistakes in past crimes. This is a masterpiece fantasy anime that deserves to be the anime of the year in 2023. Due to its high popularity, Frieren Beyond Journey's End managed to break the curse and reach the first position in top anime on the official website My Animalist. The following story is about Frieren, an elven witch, who has bonded with a group of adventurers to fight together to defeat the demon lord for a decade. But the most terrible part of Frieren's experience is not when she fights with the demon lord, but she cannot fight against the passage of time, which is equivalent to merely a fraction of her life. Because of the feelings experienced by Frieren, who has a long lifespan different from humans, she feels regretful for having underestimated the presence of her adventure group, who have now passed away one by one. This anime is healing for Frieren, where the main character repeats the journey she has been through with her adventure partner before, with a time setting several years after the passed away of charismatic hero Himmel, who is also the leader of the same adventurer group with Frieren. On his new journey, Frieren meets new enemies connected to his past, and she gets a new partner from 2 of his adventure partners before they die. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like with this anime list, please press the subscribe button for new updates from the next Senpai. Consider leaving comments with interesting suggestions or ideas about Isekai Fantasy anime. For the next updates, we will give you an anime list about recommended new Isekai anime that will be aired in 2024.